What is focus? How does focus work? What's the importance of focus? This word right here defines itself. When someone says stay focused, they're telling you to pay attention. Don't let your attention wander to something else. For example, when you're in the classroom and the professor is giving a lesson, writing on the board, and the professor says, write down notes. Meanwhile, you're talking, you're chatting, you might be on your phone or you might be asleep. And the professor catches you sleeping or goofing around, not paying attention. The teacher will say, stay focus on the lesson. Or if you're in practice, you're practicing on a particular shot. Now, although your aim is okay, you're making several shots, but you're missing more shots than you should make, or that you have the ability to make. And your coach tells you to focus on your shot. Meaning, pay close attention to every detail, from picking up the ball and shooting the ball, even the way that you release the ball. Pay close attention how you're releasing the ball. Keep in mind. So when you're focused, that means you're paying special attention to whatever you're doing, whatever action that you're doing, or whatever activity that you're doing. When you're zero in, when you're locked in, nothing else matters. You don't see anything else. You don't even hear people talking in the background. You don't even, if you have a little discomfort, like say if your stomach hurts, or say if you had a headache, but for some reason when you're focusing on something, then you still feel it, but your attention is not on that discomfort. Your attention is on that task. And then after that task is completed, then that pain or discomfort that you had, come back. And sometimes it doesn't even come back. It just goes away. But yes. So you got to ask yourself, are you focused? If your goal is to be successful in that journey, are you focused? If you want to make more money, are you staying focused? If you want to save money, are you focused? And even not dealing with money, if you want to become a better person, if you're learning a skill, are you staying focused? Now, if you're doing activities that doesn't serve you, like if you're going out more so than you should be studying and honing in on your skill, you're not focused. If you're on the phone more than you need to be, while you know you should be studying, you're not staying focused. You're letting outside distractions deter you from what you should be doing. What you need to do that will better you in your life. That will get you in the position that you want to be in. So stay focused. That word right there is important. Now, how important could be more important than many realize? Some may use it as a catchphrase to make it sound good, to make them sound profound, to make them sound elite. But focus is simple yet boring, although hard. Why? Because when you're focused, that means you're dedicated. You're practicing that same action, those same steps, day in and day out, without seeing immediate results. So when a person doesn't see immediate results, then their focus waves, and then their focus is gone. They're on to the next activity. Keep on to the next. They may have started a business, but they didn't stick with it. They may have wrote a story or wanted to publish it. They want to turn it into a book, maybe create an ebook. But because they weren't motivated that day, or for a time, then they swayed away from that. They swayed away from writing. They swayed away from practicing. They didn't they didn't go back to it. Learning another language. If you want to be fluent in a language, it takes focus. Day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, even year in and year out. You have to be focused if you want to be fluent. If you want to be successful in whatever endeavor that you choose. Now, there is many actions you should take other than focus, because it's focus, you're doing a combination of things. You're doing more than one action, more than just, thinking about it. You're doing more than speaking about it. But the actions, you're creating a system in place. When that system is in place, then it's easier to stay focused. When you keep the results, when you see the results that you want, and you do the action, and not be discouraged on how long it takes, it becomes easier. When you're focused, when you're not focused, then it's hard. Let me know what you think on the word focus. And is it overly used, or is it not used enough? Or are people just speaking of it and that's it? There's no depth to it. There's no life in that word. Let me know what you think in your comments down below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe on more topics like these.